Young blonde with a missing parent, feisty medical professional. What else do these two eras have in common? The Robot Revolution gave me déjà vu. The whole time I was watching, I found myself comparing it to Smith & Jones.
Just the doctor?
All right then. I'm called the nurse.
I'm the doctor.
Me too, if I ever pass my exams.
Both stories introduce strong female characters, both have campy villains, and both feature underwhelming male side characters. Why then do I enjoy one but not the other? And is nostalgia clouding my judgment?
Let it go, Zira. It's time to put the past behind us.
I'll never let it go!
Today, we're doing an experiment. We're going to compare the Robot Revolution to Smith & Jones. Along the way, we'll talk about what makes a good character introduction and why the Robot Revolution failed. For me, at least. If it worked for you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What does a good companion introduction look like? To me, it looks like an ordinary person becoming a hero.
But I tell you what I have got. Jericho Street Junior School under Simmons Gymnastics team. I've got the bronze.
To tell this kind of story, we need two things: a strong threat and an even stronger companion to overcome it. At first glance, both Robot Revolution and Smith & Jones are silly stories, with equally silly monsters. The difference is, Smith & Jones takes its threat seriously. The Robot Revolution doesn't.
Not funny, Ed.
In Smith & Jones, Martha Jones is beamed up to the moon, where she meets giant rhinos and a blood-sucking grandmother.
Why should I have cake? I've got my little straw.
This should be impossible to take seriously. Yet the silly idea is juxtaposed with moments of horror, so the episode becomes scarier. Take the Jejune. The Jejune's appearance is absurd, right? But this makes the moment when they first kill someone even more shocking.
Justice is swift.
Likewise, Florence Finnegan seems sweet and cuddly, until that is, you see her sucking blood through a straw. This episode never lets you forget that real lives are at stake. In between jokey scenes of the doctor going barefoot, we cut to patients screaming, students having nervous breakdowns, people wondering if they'll ever see their families again.
Martha, can you hear me?
The episode is fun, but it's also dramatic. And because Smith & Jones takes its threat seriously, it's easier to take the new companions seriously. At first, we watch Martha Jones cycle through fear and anguish.
I've got a party tonight. It's my brother's 21st. My mother's going to be really...
Okay.
By the end, she's standing up to the Jejune and saving the doctor's life. Martha is impressive not because she's fearless, but because she pushes through fear to help others.
You can't go! That thing's going to explode and it's your fault!
Let's compare this to the Robot Revolution, shall we? In the Robot Revolution, Belinda Chandra is minding her own business when she's suddenly kidnapped by robots. These robots seem goofy until they kill a cat.
How very dare
Now, logically, this scene should work the same way that Smith & Jones did. The silliness should complement the horror. The problem is, the moment with the cat is framed as a joke.
You killed the cat.
The cat is irrelevant.
It wasn't my cat.
The cat is still irrelevant.
Now you might be thinking, why is this a problem? It's a season opener, it's supposed to be fun. And no, I don't have a problem with fun. The issue is, the fun here is coming at the cost of good drama. I do find this scene entertaining, but because of it, I don't believe in the robots as a threat. Therefore, I don't believe that Belinda is really in danger, and so I stop caring. This problem doubles when later the episode wants me to take the robots seriously.
You can trust this man. He came to us as a stranger, and in just 6 months I have learned to trust him with my life.
I actually enjoy seeing Ncuti's doctor cry, but here it feels totally meaningless. Firstly, because we didn't spend any time with Sasha 55, so we're not invested in her as a character. Secondly, the episode jumps so quickly from Sasha's death to X-ray blankets that we can't process her loss.
Ta-da!
The tonal jumps also hurt Belinda's introduction. In the kitchen, Belinda talks to the robots as if they're ordinary human kidnappers.
Oi! You're wrecking the place! Where do you think you're going?
Her response feels way too mild for a human whose house has just been invaded by space monsters. The moments when Belinda does show genuine distress are used for comedy.
Tell them I love them!
I'll take care, Belinda. Bye-bye.
You won't see me.
This totally takes the dramatic weight out of the scene. Other times, Belinda's reactions feel really rushed. Take her first scene in the TARDIS, where Belinda takes only a few seconds to accept that time travel exists.
I have been to the future, and I have met your descendant on a planet far away in the 51st century.
Did she look like me?
It's like the script is hurrying Belinda along, so we can get to the exciting ending.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
On the one hand, I get why Belinda is written like this. Doctor Who has never been a realistic show.
If Doctor Who was real, they'd be screaming and wetting themselves and crying and hiding as far into the ship as they possibly could by story 2.
It's also more entertaining when the companion is strong enough to challenge the Doctor. It gives them a reason to travel together.
You tested my DNA without even asking my permission. God. You're dangerous.
I'm sorry.
However, this is the second opener in a row where the companion has seemed completely au fait with time travel right from the start. When companions stop reacting like normal people altogether, they become less remarkable. Martha Jones is special because she starts off as ordinary and grows into something more.
You saved the world.
Yes, I did. I spent a lot of time with you thinking I was second best, but you know what? I am good.
In The Robot Revolution, Belinda doesn't get a satisfying character arc. She's pretty much the same from start to finish. Instead of showing us, the Doctor has to tell us how special Belinda is. And if you're about to argue that Belinda is special because she stands up to the Doctor in a really special way, hang on a second, I'll get back to that later.
I'll explain later.
As someone who wants to relate to companions on a human level, Belinda's strong personality just feels forced. Meanwhile, the danger she's up against is a complete joke. But how else does the episode try to make Belinda look special? It's time to talk about Belinda's relationships with the other characters. Both The Robot Revolution and Smith & Jones have annoying side characters. These characters make Belinda and Martha look strong by being weak themselves.
Doctor, we lose all the air. But they're not exactly airtight. If the air was going to get sucked out, it would have happened straight away, but it didn't.
They're here to remind us that the Doctor doesn't travel with just anyone. Belinda and Martha are unique. While they're not all companion material, the characters in Smith & Jones are nuanced. This means we understand why the Doctor chooses Martha over, say, her friend Julia. In The Robot Revolution, the side characters are two-dimensional, so the Doctor's choice to travel with Belinda doesn't feel meaningful. Oliver Morgenstern isn't worthy of joining the TARDIS, but he still has good qualities. From the start, Oliver has an exaggerated sense of his own importance. He appoints himself representative of the human race when the Jejune first arrive.
We are citizens of planet Earth. We welcome you in peace.
Oliver's actions here aren't exactly smart, but you can admire his foolhardy courage. The moment where the Jejune scans him and Oliver becomes a gibbering wreck is humanizing. We can empathize with Oliver.
Please don't hurt me. I was just trying to help. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Later, he boasts about having told the Jejune off, and you're reminded that, yep, he's still a fool.
I represented the human race. I told them, you can't do that. I said, Martha, we have rights.
Compare this to Martha, who, despite being terrified of the Jejune, does stand up to them and is a true hero. In The Robot Revolution, we meet Alan Budd, Belinda's controlling boyfriend. And he's a sexist caricature.
I know girls aren't good at maths, but that's a long way.
We're married. I really don't think you should wear clothes that tight anymore. Plus, no more texting after 8 p.m. Okay?
This is less about humanising Alan and more about showing that Belinda can stand up for herself.
Alan, sweetheart, no!
While people like Alan might exist somewhere, sexism in the real world is rarely this cartoonish. The writing makes Alan unbelievable. As a depiction of sexism, it's also just unhelpful. While I like Doctor Who to be progressive, this episode's messaging is just really clumsy. When we write sexist or misogynistic people as cartoons, we normalise the idea that prejudice is uncomplicated, and therefore only uncomplicated people can be prejudiced.
I'm not like homophobic. I'm an ally.
There's absolutely nothing to be learnt from Alan. Characters like him don't help anyone on either side of the debate. The episode tells us that Alan takes coercive control. The thing is, I don't buy it. Alan hasn't shown me that he can control anyone. He couldn't control Belinda when they were dating.
Alan, sweetheart, no!
He's only controlling this planet because Belinda told the robots to bring him here.
Alan Daniel Budd! Go get him!
Overall, Alan is not a character. He's a cipher. He's here to tell me that Belinda is strong instead of showing me. Again. But there is one moment which doesn't feel contrived.
You tested my DNA without even asking my permission. You're dangerous.
This scene is wonderful because, unlike the stuff with Alan, it arises organically. The way the Doctor treats Belinda is both in character and totally not okay, so it's cathartic to see her call him out. However, even this scene has a problem, and the problem is this line here.
I am not one of your adventures.
Okay. I've complained before that I don't like the mystery box companion trope, so I do appreciate the show being self-aware enough to call itself out. The thing is, drawing attention to this trope doesn't actually do anything to fix it. The Doctor may have stopped treating Belinda like she's one of his adventures, but the script hasn't. The script is still inviting us to ask who Belinda is and why she and the Doctor are being drawn together.
Because there is something already connecting us.
Admittedly, it's only episode 1. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Belinda won't turn out to be the mystery companion after all. Or maybe she will be a mystery, but she'll be a well-executed, well-characterised one. But unless you're going to change the trope, lampshading it here won't impress me. Just like with Alan and other moments in this story, I'm not seeing real people in this scene. I'm seeing the hand of the writer pushing pieces into position. Both Belinda Chandra and Martha Jones are strong characters. The difference is, Belinda is a strong character being dragged down by a weak episode. While yes, RTD openers have always been silly, this time, at least in my opinion, silliness has trumped good storytelling. I'm sorry if I've been a negative Nelly in this video. If you enjoyed this episode, please tell me why. I would love to see it from a different point of view. Thanks for watching Lingua Anomaly. Don't forget that overthinking is a superpower, and there is beauty in the way that you think. Florence Finnegan seems sweet and cuddly. What? That was the loudest truck ever. I think the robots are going to invade soon. He appoints himself representative of the humankind. Of the humankind? What? So it's cathartic to see him... Maybe I'm wrong and Belinda won't turn out to be a mystery companion at all. I put so many words together it became a different language.